Peter has been working all night. And Jesus tells him, okay, he's about to go home, right? He's cleaning his nets, he's ready to check out, go home. And then Jesus asks him, hey, can I use your boat? So he's got to stay there now. And then he's got to listen to Jesus preach. And now he's asking him to go out and do some more work. Have you guys ever had this experience in your classrooms? This happened to me a lot. When you go over a chapter in the book, or maybe you've done a test, or maybe you think you just finished this last problem, and you saw that they get the problem on the board, they circle it, that's the right answer, and you're like, okay, that was the last problem. You start to put your folder away, you start to talk to your friends, making little jokes, then all of a sudden the teacher says those dreaded words, hey class, we're not quite done yet. We still got 3 minutes left. So let's just go ahead and start a whole nother chapter. So you start to pull out your books again, and you're just thinking to yourself, 3 minutes? Man, it took me 3 days to get this last lesson, and now what could we possibly learn in the complexities of this lesson in 3 minutes? Can't we just be done? Or have you ever been, you come to school, you do your homework, you do your papers, and then you go to your basketball practice or whatever practice you do for sports or an instrument, a choir, or whatever, and then you might have to go to your job, and you just, you've had a long day, and the only thing you're thinking about is slipping into your pajamas, popping some popcorn, and binge watching a series on Netflix that you've already seen 3 times, right? And so you've been thinking about this, you've had a long day, you've had tests, you've had practice, you've gone to work, and now it's time to binge watch, and you're ready, you pop your popcorn, you slip down in pajamas, and you're sitting down, and then all of a sudden, you hear one of your parents say, hey, you need to clean the room. What? Mom, do you not realize that I gotta watch Breaking Bad again? I've just been working all day at the school. The teachers, they just give me your homework, and then I gotta go practice, and Coach Letsinger's mad at me. She's making me run all the time. She's insane. No, wait, she's really nice. But, you just had a long day, and then you've been asked to go out and do some more. It's the last thing that you want to do. And so I think that Peter is kind of in this predicament because Jesus has got them, they've cleaned their nets, right? And then he's getting it to where he has to go out onto the boat so that Jesus can use it so he can teach others. And then Jesus has the audacity to say, hey, go out and fish some more out in the deep. Well, that requires some work. Peter is going to have to go back on shore because they're out in the lake right now. He's going to have to go grab his nets. He's going to have to stroll out into the deep. And then he's got to throw out his nets. He hasn't caught anything all night, which is when you're supposed to fish, apparently. And then if he throws out his nets, that means what? They're going to get dirty. And so that means he's going to have to come back, have his empty nets all dirty, and he's going to have to stroll back in, and he's going to have to clean them. Okay? Like, this requires a lot of work. And he tells Jesus, we've been up all night. We've been working hard, and we haven't caught one thing. But, because you say so, I will go and do it. And so, what is Peter doing here? But because you say so, I will do it. Peter in this statement is proclaiming that Jesus has some type of authority. We think about our coaches, and they ask us to do different things. When I was here, I ran track, and I loved it. And Coach Jones, wherever you are. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Coach Jones. He was a track. Are you still doing track? Oh, let's give it up for Coach Jones. He's still So Coach Jones would sometimes, he'd make us run, which I know that's what track is all about. But sometimes, he would make us run. And we would run across, and you had 30 seconds to do 200, and then if once you made it, however time, you had to run again, and then you had 30 seconds, and you had to run again, and then you had 30 seconds, and you had to run again. I'm like, Coach, you're killing me. What are you doing? But I would listen to Coach because I knew he had authority on the matter, right? I knew if I wanted to do my very best, I was going to listen to Coach Jones because I wanted to do well. And I remember there was this one time I was running the mile, and I did not do well. This was at the meet. I did not do well. And so I ran, finished, and I went over to Coach Jones, and he's like, well, let's just take a look at your laps. So he told me the first one. Oh, that was okay. All right, well, that's second. And third one, good, were you taking vacation? That's what he told me. Good, were you taking vacation? Coach, you heard me. But, I didn't do well. But I said all that to say, whatever Coach Jones said, man, I was going to do it, and I was going to do it to the best of my ability, because Coach has a ring. He won state, he's won state twice or 3 times, I don't know. He's still on a lot of stuff. Coach knows what he's talking about, okay? And because he has authority, I'm going to listen to him. Now Peter proclaims, hey, because you say so. But you think about this, Jesus is not a fisherman, right? Jesus is a carpenter. So Peter proclaims that he has authority, but it's not so much on the authority of him as a fisherman, but rather it's the authority of Peter understands that Jesus is a righteous man.